Portable MIDI controllers are popping up everywhere. The fight to make the perfect portable keyboard for your music-making leisure has been ongoing for quite some time now. Ever since Teenage Engineering has released their revolutionary OP1, this portable MIDI controller synthesizer thing, companies have been taking advantage of its steep price tag to sell their portable MIDI keyboards. It's difficult to decide which MIDI keyboard is right for you. The two most popular MIDI keyboards right now are the Akai Mpk Mini and the Novation Launch Key. Out of those, I actually have the Akai Mpk Mini. It's great. This is the first MIDI keyboard I ever owned, aside from the electric piano. But that doesn't count, because it's not good. This thing is so good. You got all these drum pads for all your drumming, and you got all these knobs. I don't actually use the knobs. I should use the knobs, but I don't. I've got this all-in-one pitch modulation stick. It's got a built-in arpeggiator. I don't actually use that. That's pretty darn cool if you need that. This thing will keep you going for some time. I'd like to bring this thing to public locations so I could make music on the go, but this thing, number one, it wasn't really made with portability in mind, and number two, it looks kind of goofy. I'd probably get a lot of stares if I was using this thing in the library or something. I need a MIDI keyboard that blends in with my computer, is easy to pack, and has a low profile. That's when I discovered the KORG NanoKey. When I saw the pictures on Amazon, I thought this keyboard used drum pads for keys, like on the keyboard, but I was sadly mistaken. When I opened up the box, I discovered that the keys use a membrane system like most other MIDI keyboards. Another glaring issue I noticed right away was the sound. I'm not bringing this noisy thing to a cafe or anything. Imagine being at your Starbucks and like the guy next to you is just doing this. The sound the keys emit is similar to a mechanical keyboard. Well, that blows. The only reason I bought this thing was for that reason. So I could bring it with me to public locations, but now I can't because... But that still doesn't make it a bad keyboard. I've actually found that I use this keyboard more often than any of my other keyboards now. And here's why. The reason is because this thing is so small that, like, once I get home from school or something, I can just plop my little laptop down and this thing is just sitting on my desk ready to go, and I plug it in. It's super simple. And the cord it uses is a USB mini cord. So even if you lose the cord, you don't have to go running to your computer store to find USB type B or whatever. You probably have a few USB minis lying around at your home. It's obvious that this wasn't really made with playing chords in mind. You see, on a regular piano, the keys extend all the way back. But in this keyboard, they are just buttons that are all the same size. It's no real hassle to play chords using two hands, but it's something that I should mention. In order to save space, the standard pitch wheels, or joysticks, have been removed. In their place, some buttons. You have the standard octave buttons, a sustain button to replace the pedal port, a modulation button, and two pitch buttons. Holding one of the pitch buttons down will quickly slide the pitch up or down 2 semitones. This means that you cannot pitch shift down less than a whole step. That's okay with me because I don't pitch shift more than 2 semitones anyway. Well, that was the KORG NanoKey. A neat little device that I think is great for music production if you don't have a dedicated spot for all of your keyboards or music gear. It's very portable. I wouldn't recommend bringing it to a public location though, because you'd probably annoy a few people around you, and they'd probably come up to you and ask you to please stop with that clickety-clack that's going on over there. I imagine that this would be like a good keyboard to take with you if you're going on a trip and you're staying in a hotel and you need to bring like a keyboard or something. You can't bring this because there's too many parts sticking out and you might break it, just bring this. Just slip it in. The only thing that can break is the only thing I encountered that will break is that the keys come off kind of easily. But you can pop them back on just like a regular computer keyboard. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have any suggestions for any weird input devices that I should talk about on the show, please go ahead and leave it in the comments. I'd like to know. And with that, I bid you adieu.